Hello, my name is Michael Wang, and this is my lab report for the Projectile Motion with Drag lab. Purpose and overview. The goal of this lab is to track the motion of a projectile, the wadded up paper ball, and compare the real-life results with two computational models, one with only gravity and one that also includes turbulent drag. These are the models that we use in the experiment. These are all very simple and basic. We use Newton's second law, F equals ma. We use the velocity update formula, Vf equals Vi plus acceleration times delta t. And then the position update formula, Rf equals Ri plus Vs times delta t. And the force of gravity formula, which is just assumed to be mg because we're not at a planetary scale, so we approximate it as mg. And we finally have the force of drag. Now this is simplified. It's supposed to be v squared, like magnitude squared times the unit vector, but yeah, I simplified this a little bit. So this is the force of drag. This is how the experiment was set up, right? So the blue line over there is 1 meter long. The vertical area is our y-axis, and the horizontal area is our x-axis. And if you, I don't know if you see it right over here, it's kind of blurry, but it's where my cursor is at. That is the paper ball. So this is one frame of our experiment. And yeah, and here's our computational model. We initialize the ball to be 0.005 kilograms, and this is the, I initialize ball dot position to vector. This is what's in it. And this is what I initialize ball dot velocity to. So this is all from the experimental data. However, it should be noted that the velocity is basically just instantaneous velocity. Like, we took the delta t and then divided the first displacement time interval. Also, delta t is 0.03333 seconds, and g is 9.8 meters per second squared, but downwards. And this is the b we use for the drag constant. This was just gotten through trial and error, and we could see this is the computational model described earlier. F gravity, F drag, F net is gravity plus drag, and those are the only two forces we consider. These are our results. So you can see the real life observation, the no drag simulation, and the with drag simulation. And here's the analysis. The no drag simulation diverges significantly, right? So the x lands up somewhere around 3 meters, but the simulated ends up around 5 meters away. Now the simulation with drag still diverges, but noticeably less. So the real observed data ends at 3 meters, but the simulated one is like 3.5-ish. So you can see it actually aligns really well at the beginning, before 1 meter. What does this mean? Drag exerts a significant force on the paper wad as it flies through the air. We cannot assume the trajectory follows a simple ballistic model with only gravity. So our simulated model has to consider drag. But even the model with drag diverges from the observed data. What does this mean? Our model for drag is not accurate enough, but it is still more accurate than a no drag model. Sources of error, measurement error, since the tracker requires me to place it by hand, human hands, right? And drag behaves in ways that are difficult to model. This is like a differential equation problem. And it's still an active area of research. And the conclusion is that for accurate results, you need to take drag into account. And no model done in this class is precise over long periods of time, and all models, to some extent, experience divergence relative to time with observed reality. That's why the three-body problem is so difficult. And yeah, just take modeled results with a grain of salt. The code can be found here. It's going to be in the description of the YouTube video. I will also put the link to the Google Sheets with my data in the description of the YouTube video. Thank you and goodbye.